I've never told anybody this before, and me and my twin brother swore to each other that we would never speak to it. The fact of the matter is, I have a twin brother, and I have two twin sisters that are 4 years older than my twin and me. And our father had full custody. He was a horrible person. He was completely neglectful of me and my brother. He barely fed us. He made us sleep in a closet in the garage. He was a terrible person. And our mom had schizophrenia. She lived on the opposite side of town, so if we were lucky, we'd see her on the weekends and, sometimes one weekday of the week. And she was a very kind person. She was very kind to animals. People would say that I looked like her and acted like her. She was very, very kind. I can totally see myself in her. Can't say that about my horrible father. All right, but this story is about some particular photographs. So our mother had custody of our two sets of twins up until when me and Michael were about four and a half, 5 years old, and our sisters were 4 years older than us, so they were about 9 years old. And up to that time, she had a lot of pictures and photographs of us, and they were all kept in this big red butter tin. It was like a butter cookies tin with an old-fashioned Christmas scene on it. And so in this particular tin were a lot of different photographs, but there were some particular Polaroids of me and my twin brother when we were infants in our crib, covered in our own shit. Yes, covered in our own shit. And I asked, I asked them about it, like, why is this happen? Why are we covered in our own shit? And then they would just say, oh, you boys liked it. That's just how you were. You wanted to play with your own shit. Like infants in a crib? No, the objective fact is nobody changed our diapers because our mom had schizophrenia and our dad was a narcissistic sociopath. And that taught our sisters that we were born not worthy of love, And our sisters would take these photographs and use them as evidence that we weren't worthy of love, that we were born shitty, just playing with our own shit, rubbing it against all over our faces. And we were raised to be ashamed of ourselves, to believe that we weren't worthy of any kind of love. And my twin brother, I haven't seen him in 5-10 years, barely seen him, but same instance, same psychological issues of love and like accepting love and giving love, right? Because we were never taught that as a children. We were taught that we didn't deserve love, and our sisters were taught that we didn't deserve love. So these particular Polaroids they used as evidence against us. It's crazy what people justify. All right, like one of our particular sisters, the really nasty ones, I dropped out of high school and made it to the University of Texas Austin Journalism School. 5% acceptance rate. More people have walked on the moon. And I caught an email that she sent my twin brother, and you know what she said? She said, he's not really at the University of Texas. His financial aid is. Like, oh my God, I dropped out of high school and went to the University of Texas, graduated while homeless. She's gotten everything handed to her whole life. The university she went to, her father was a professor, and she still cheated the financial aid system, used my mom's name, and got financial aid from her. The way people justify shit, but I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not in my 20s, I'm not in my 30s, I'm 42, and I don't have to be ashamed of anything. There's something called accountability in this world. And I'm stronger, smarter, and nothing's gonna fucking stop me.